Hi, people out there in Cyberland. This is Carla from the Learn English by Speaking English show, and I am here to speak to you in English. We are sponsored by the Institute of Peace, which is an online organization creating peace throughout the world using one conversation at a time. And we already have 2 conversations because Ousamma, Attar, my NLP specialist, was able to come too today. So I have Ashish here, and I have Ousamma here, and maybe I don't have to do a lot of talking today. It may be a very good idea, but because it's been a very, very crazy morning for me. Ousamma, put on your smile. I'm working very hard to keep mine together today. I would love to talk to people about their mindsets today because I need a good mindset. But in any case, we are going to be speaking to people in English. There are a lot of people who have been saying the website isn't working. I've had it checked from many, many different locations. It is working. The problem could be your internet connection. If you're having a problem, remind me to repeat this. Just go back, shut down your Zoom. You need to shut down Facebook anyway and restart your device and do it again. These 2 guys could not be here if the website was not working. They don't get secret codes. And one's from Sweden, one's from India, and I'm from the United States. So there's no secret. We know it's working. That's all I ask you to do. I guess Bodhi's going to join me today, hopefully silently, but we'll see. He does talk very good bark. I'm very fluent in it. In any case, we have Ashish and Ousamma. And guys, I need you to introduce yourselves and we'll get the show on the road, hopefully. Oh, Ashish, can you please introduce? You're not muted. There's no reason why you're not talking that I know of. Come on, Ashish. Okay, Ousamma, maybe he is frozen. Ousamma,
Yeah,
are you here or not?
I'm alive.
I don't even know what's going on. Meanwhile, I need to get it together so I can share out. So
it's okay. I was just sitting still for a moment.
I need you to talk. Stop being. Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah. Well, hey everyone. I'm back. I am Ousamma. I am a trainer and a life coach of communication and neuro-linguistic programming. Neuro-linguistic programming is a model of communication and therapy and mindset, which is what we are going to be focusing this time, as Carla said.
Maybe. We'll see what happens with people. But it is a thought. Keep on talking.
Okay. And well, mindset is very, very important on many levels. Your mindset plays a huge part in your behavior, and how do you treat all sort of circumstances, all sort of situations that you're going to face along the way in your everyday life. Uh, Mindset can be very affected by a lot of things. Absolutely, of course. It could, well, it's very related to feelings as well. So you have all the time your thoughts and your feelings are combined in order to produce the behavior and the habits that you do every day. So it is very important that you have the right mindset to produce the right behavior and to focus on the right things when you need to every day.
Very good. Mine, I'm really into mindset right now because of what I'm going through. Do you want to talk a little more? You know, people hear those words, but I'm not sure that people understand what it means. And I'd like you to really give a good definition very slowly and very clearly about what we mean by mindset. And anyone who is not smiling, believe me, today I will kick you out quicker than you know. Did you hear me, Ashish? Ashish. I think
Is
he's
he frozen?
back. Yeah. It, get your smile back together, please. I need it. Go on, Ousamma.
Yeah. So mindset. How can you define mindset? It could be the thoughts that you're thinking. It could be your reaction to certain circumstances. Uh, it could be simply your what do you believe is true, and how does that affect your daily life? How does it affect everything that you encounter in life, and how can you react to it? It's a it's a it's an expression, just like Carla said. So it might mean different things to different people, and it's just an expression. It's just what we call a nominalization, which
Okay,
is
I want it so crystal clear
okay.
of
Can
what
you
is a
can
mind.
you define what it is to you, for example?
It's how I think. If
Okay.
I decide that I am going to have a good day, and I keep that in my mind, no matter what goes on, nothing can upset it. But if I decide everything's going wrong and I go back to that feeling, oh, it's all wrong, today is a horrible day, I am going to think that for the whole day. Whereas it may only be the moment that is bad. Every day has some good points and some bad points. And it's what we decide to focus on which makes our day. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And in NLP, we like to call that filters. What type of filters am I decide to choose today to have in my mind that would, just like you said, that would let me have a certain reaction, a certain behavior towards what's going on in my life today. So it's type of what kind of filters that I set up in my mind that would be in the back of my mind when I encounter anything, so that it will maybe uh, let me focus on certain things instead of others, and react in a type of way that would, the filters itself, like just like you said, if you wake up in the morning and you say, gosh, this is going to be a tough day, so yes, you are going to focus on the difficult things that you're encountering every day that you might not even focus on if you have the right mindset, which is, waking up in the morning being positive about your day and saying, gosh, I wonder what great things I'm going to encounter today. In that sense, you might have a whole different focus and a whole different reaction to everything that it might encounter you. It doesn't mean that all your day is going to turn out to be great, but it depends on your focus, what you would be focused on. You might encounter things that are not great, but you might not even see them, or you're not going to focus on them.
Now, how can we help people understand about mindset and how to change from a negative mindset to a positive mindset? You're getting into trouble, Naeem. You have a great smile. I want to see it. Go on. We're back to you now.
Yeah. uh, Changing mindset. Well, our mindset, we can actually think about it this way. It is changing all the time. It is changing on the way that we think, just like you said. It is changing on the environment that we have around us. uh, Most of the time it is an unconscious process, and I mean by that it's happening, but we're not really aware of what's happening.
Okay, what's a good way to help people become aware of it? That's really where I'm going. And we do need to get back to Ashish at some point, but what are ways, techniques to help people get back to a positive mindset?
Yeah, one of the ways that I could think about right now is, well, first of all, you need to have awareness of what's happening.
So, okay, how does one develop that awareness? That's great. Okay, you got to have awareness. What is awareness? And how do we help someone develop that?
Well, let's get back to our example. For example, if you wake up in the morning and you go, gosh, this is going to be a difficult day. Awareness means that you are aware that this thought has gone into your mind and is going to affect your mind. So yes, of course, we have thousands of thoughts every day. That is completely normal. Awareness is being able to have a third position perspective on yourself, which means that you'll be able to be aware of what's happening in your own mind. At some points, when you look at yourself and you go, okay, this happened. What happened? How could I have changed my mindset in order to make it better? For example, this kind of awareness or this kind of type of thinking would give you control, would give you options. Because if you go through your day and you go, well, just like an reaction on what's going on your day with no awareness, you're living, mostly, of course, people live mostly in the unconscious realm of the mind. Uh, Consciousness needs focus and needs decision. So you have to be conscious on what's going on in your mind, to be aware of the thoughts that are going on in your mind that are affecting you and affecting your behavior. Well, that's one way to put it.
Okay, can you define awareness for the people? What does that mean?
That's a very, very simple question. No, of course it's not simple. It's very complicated, and this is up to philosophers, to define what is consciousness. Uh, Consciousness is simply, the way I can put it is, where do you focus right now? Where's your focus right now? Are you focusing on yourself? Are you focusing on other people? Are you focusing on something that's happening? Where's your focus? That's your consciousness. Well, of course, that's very debatable. It's very different for different people. Different people interpret that differently. But I mean, this is how I see it.
Right? People integrate it differently. I'm going to let Ashish introduce himself and kind of become part of this conversation, because it's a very important one. And you're right, consciousness is that whole idea of philosophy, is a philosophical thing, but not completely. Because if you think for a moment, consciousness goes beyond what we see in the world, but we all have it. There's something that underlies all our thoughts, or we couldn't be thinking, or we couldn't be doing anything. We don't think about our hearts beating, but if our heart wasn't beating, we wouldn't be walking on the ground. If we were not breathing, we couldn't be on the planet. We would be gone from the planet. And all of this is done beyond our awareness. We don't think about it. But when we become aware of our thoughts, or become aware of our breath, and if we're upset, automatically our minds begin to relax. And we begin to be more calm. So consciousness is there for every one of us. Every one of us breathes in and out many, many, many times, even in a minute, let alone throughout the day. And yet we're not thinking, oh, I'm breathing now. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, and I'm talking and blah, blah, blah. The last thing we think about is our breath. And yet, without it, we'd be in a lot of trouble. And that's, consciousness could be laying at that level of our breath. And my question is, how can we raise this consciousness to be more, make us more aware, and also begin to celebrate life more than we are doing right now in the world? There's very little celebration of life. People are complaining, I don't like this government. I don't like my finances. I don't like blah, blah, blah. That's fine. But there are also many things every day that you do like and that are positive. And how can we change our thought patterns to be more grateful? And I didn't know I was going to this when we started the show, but I'm here, so we might as well continue the conversation, hopefully. And I don't want to be the one doing all the talking. Someone just said, please add me. I cannot add you to the show. The only way you can do it is by, one, downloading the free Zoom app from zoom.us. All these directions will be out again. I just put them in. Download the app, click on the gigglefestuniversity.com link, and it'll bring you to a page that has the Zoom link for today. There's no adding. We're not in Facebook Live as you know it. We are on Zoom broadcasting from Facebook Live. And if you are in the watch party, I cannot see your comments. But if you're trying to get in, those directions that I just told everyone are true for you. except that you may need to copy and paste, or you may need to go to Rayhan's Alawa's page and click on the link there, or go to my page and click on the link there. It's shared out in all those places. Okay, Ashish, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay. Hi, people. I'm Ashish K. From northeastern province of India, Bihar. Right now, I'm residing here in Delhi, and I'm taking care of records of different business organizations, working as an accountant, and also enjoying my life by sharing my thoughts, knowledge with different age groups of students here in Delhi. Well, today we are discussing, we are on the debate on a very special topic which started with mindset journey.
Go
Yeah,
on.
Carla.
Don't call it a debate because we're not debating, we're discussing.
Yeah,
Won't
sorry.
be any arguments here, hopefully.
Thank you for correction.
Sorry about that. I feel very strongly about that one. Go on.
Okay. So as far as mindset is concerned, Oussama kept his opinion. I just missed most of the part of this his opinions. Anyway, for me, what is my understanding with this mindset is definitely a collection of thoughts and beliefs what we have, and our reaction to the things which is around us based on those thoughts and beliefs. So that is basically mindset, what I understood.
Okay.
And our discussion is went little further, and now we are discussing consciousness and how we can enhance or increase our consciousness to make ourselves more aware in our life. Well, one thing which I really can say here, based on my experience in my life, that this consciousness or unconscious mind, that is a bit philosophical, but if we believe ourselves more than anything in our life, why I'm saying that, because I mean, in nowadays we borrow facts, thoughts, beliefs from others, different sources, and that actually make us most of the time negative minded, because the things which are in the open media are unverified most of the time. So the most and backbone of this whole thing is to trust yourself, go ahead in your life, collect the things, believe, thoughts on your journey, with your journey, and then see how aware you are and how you can give spontaneous reaction to your life. And I'm very much sure, because this is my own experience in my life, that there will be definitely a positive mindset actually, and that will lead us to be conscious in our life and be aware in our life.
Okay. In all of our lives, their complementary values do belong. Where there's good, there's bad. Where there's a smile, there's a frown, Nazish. Where there is laughter, there could be crying. Everything is two sides of a coin. So how can we say that the bad doesn't belong
Okay,
in the world?
I can strongly say it that.
We're going to also ask Oussama this too eventually, if I remember. Go on.
Okay, I can strongly say it here that bad doesn't belong to our society. I mean, that is something which is illusionary in its very nature is illusionary. That actually doesn't exist. What
What?
is bad for us is
Oh, what are you saying doesn't exist? I don't understand that. It does exist. Opposite values do exist.
That I'm going to explain why I'm saying this. I can.
Hold on one moment. Raya said you need to put on your camera. If you're having some problems with your camera, just go out and restart your Zoom, go out, restart your device, and then restart your Zoom again, and it should work. But I cannot keep you here without you being on camera. Go on. That's only for ladies, and even that I don't
Okay.
do as much anymore. Okay, go on.
Yeah, what is bad in our society, which is not based on the parameters which are set by the different group of peoples based on different law and the way we live our life in different parts of the world. So if the things, action, or people who are not acting or not based on those parameters, things, we say these are bad. Like if someone is killing someone, but the very nature of these things are not, I mean, enduring. This lasts for a few seconds, for a few months, but how we see it, let me tell you, for if you'll come to India, so the mindset of the people for for Western people, like if you are USA, from USA, so people here think that they are open-minded and they always do bad things because the due to cultural difference, but actually that is not the case. Now, after talking to Carla, we can understand it. So
You're
that is the
looking
basic
at me?
difference.
How can
Yeah, if
I'm not perfect. I don't always do good things, believe me.
yeah, that's
And
true.
intentionally I do bad things, but I'm not perfect.
That's true. You are not perfect. I'm not perfect. It doesn't mean that you are bad, I'm bad, our actions are bad. No, not at all. So that's why I told you that the very nature of these things which we say that it's bad, it's illusionary, not enduring in nature. So if things are not based on some certain parameters of the society, we say it is bad. But for me, things are, I mean, never bad. Or if we'll always think that these things are bad, for like a terrorist or terror group of organization are bad, so definitely we cannot approve those things. So instead of saying bad, just need to get into the things first and approve them, because things are always good there.
We can always find the good. That's my point. But there are two things that even today out here, it's partly sunny. What does that mean? There's clouds. Should I be focusing on the clouds or should I be focusing on the sun?
Yeah, see, because we know that the behind the cloud there is always a sun. So if we'll be keep focusing on the cloud.
That's true. We know the sun is always there, but we're not always aware of that. Are you telling me that everything you do, regardless, you know the sun's there, although it may seem like, oh no, I can't find it? Let's take an easy example. Let's say you may have forgotten to buy food that day and the stores are shut down and you don't have any food to eat. Are you seeing the sun right then, or are you seeing the cloud at first?
Definitely, at first we'll be seeing the clouds. There's no doubt in it.
Now, is
Or
there
the empty refrigerator.
empty refrigerator? Yeah. Nothing to drink. nothing at all. So what do you do?
Okay.
The shops are closed. Restaurants may be open, but the shops are closed. How do you change your mindset from, oh no, I am really hungry, what am I going to do? I mean, this happened to me a few days ago, and I didn't realize it until much later, and I hadn't eaten yet, and it showed on the show, I think. But go on.
Yeah, definitely. And here I'm very much sure that opinion may vary based on individual's experience. What is my experience in this context, in this regard is, yeah, when you see the empty refrigerator, definitely, and you are feeling hungry. So you'll think that definitely it will, you'll get irritated with the situation, and you might get angry with the things. But what is my understanding, because I've seen things on my own, I have experienced it, that this what I can do in that situation, that I need to find the way, if there is any other option, that I can fill the refrigerator, or I can arrange the food for me, instead of getting irritation. So I can strongly say here that definitely opinion will vary from based on individual's experience. Usually I don't get angry and irritated with such
But that's not the question. That's an example. Did you understand what the question is? And then I need to go on to Naeem. But do you understand the question is? How do you keep your mindset in the positive when there's something negative happen? What do you do? Do you breathe? Do you meditate? What do you do to change your mindset? I'm also going to ask Oussama that, but I want to get to Naeem very soon because we've been talking. He's been waiting, number one, and number two, it's an issue. Everyone needs to speak.
Yeah. Okay, let me close it here very quickly. It may sound a bit philosophical, and Carla, you are much aware because I have shared with you how things are going on in my life right now.
Right.
So yeah, it's definitely I'm in a very tough situation, and which I'm facing right now. But despite that, uh, uh, when I've seen so much toughness and adverse kind of situation, bad situation, so finally I thought that what is the glimpse of life? Shall I surrender it? So suddenly when I see, shall I surrender it right now? Because things are not working for me, or shall I started enjoying my life? So I don't know how people will believe or me what I'm going to say or it right now, but as soon as I realized this point in my fact of my life, the pain drastically came down. Intensity in originality is there of pain, but when it comes to sensing the pain, feeling the pain, it drastically came down because I started enjoying my life. So this is my own experience. It
Right.
cannot be in
That's
general.
what I'm getting to. I want you to talk about not generally, not in specific, because you may not want to share that, but very generally, what has changed in your life? And how do you make that change? Do you make the change by thinking, oh, I'm really angry because I'm really hungry and I can't eat and I can't do this and I can't do that? Oussama, where is your smile? You need to get past it. And sometimes that's not easy. And knowing the techniques that have helped you go past it. I meditate every day. I do certain things for myself every day to help me get past some moments. I was given some wrong advice this morning and ended up paying way more for something than I should have been. I had to spend too long dealing with this morning, and I couldn't do something that I was really planning on doing. But it had to get done. So do we surrender it, or do we just go around saying, I don't like this, you know, this is horrible. I have the worst life ever.
Okay. No, there are certain activity which I actually do. I'll list down a few of them. That when I feel I'm in such kind of situation, definitely I go out. Like I started writing diaries. I started talking to the people. Can I come to your place? Can I talk to the bunch of kids? Can I play with them? I do these steps on regular basis. I started enjoying my time. So that really gives me altogether a positive mindset.
Right. And that's what needs to be done. First of all, I'm going to move over to Naeem. I don't mean to cut you off. I like this conversation, actually. And Naeem has to start by introducing himself.
Hi everyone, I am Naeem. Currently I'm in China and basically I'm from Pakistan. I'm doing master over here in crop science and technology, which is you can.
For one moment, because you reminded me you're in China. Ashish is in India. Ousamma is in Sweden. Pakistan again, Nazish. Somalia, Muhuba, and I'm in the United States. None of us are walking distance away from each other. But in seconds, we were able to come together and speak. And to me, that's amazing. And I just want to say, from the power of the internet, but also, I'm going to say it, also having this platform that Rayhan decided, oh, Carla, will you speak to people in English one day? This has created this whole thing. And it's quite amazing. Sorry to interrupt you, but I wanted to say that before I forgot, because I'll lose it within 2 minutes. So go on.
Well, I'm introducing myself. So my major is crop breeding and genetics, which is totally based on agriculture. So as you know, Pakistan is an agriculture based country. So it's my passion to do a master degree in crop breeding and genetics. So I'm working on cotton. You know, there are different crops like wheat, maize, rice. So my specialization is on cotton crop. So this is all about my introduction. So the topic.
You really need to say this is all about my introduction?
This is, I mean to say, this is some basic things I mean to say.
Do you really need to say that? That's my question.
I think no.
Well, you're right when you say, I think no, but what's making you realize
that? Because 2 days ago, you told us, one of our member, you told us that you didn't say this word, like, this is my introduction, like that. I think that was Nazish.
It could have been Nazish. It could have been someone else. I don't remember.
Furthermore, there are a lot of things, you know. Okay, I think Ashish, you know better, so you can tell us.
No.
Oh
You
my God.
no, you need to begin thinking for yourself and not asking someone else to think for.
Actually, he raised his hand, so that's why I'm thinking
No.
because
And even if he did, it doesn't matter.
okay, sorry,
I
Carla.
missed that actually, but I would have
Okay.
said Ashish mouth closed. Go on.
Uh, I think there's no need of saying this like it's all about my introduction, because we mostly whenever we talk about our introduction, so we must include some basic things which I missed, like I have like I'm married or not, or
No, you
some other
don't need
things.
to say that. What you're doing when you do an introduction, you're telling someone who you are. So you tell
Hmm.
them that. If you were at a party and you met Ashish, you never spoke to him before, you would say, hey, I'm Naeem and blah, blah, blah. Some things he may say, oh, what do you do? And you say, oh, I go to school in China. But would you ever say, this is my introduction?
Yeah. I mean to say, this is against the casual conversation, or the normal
Even in a
against the.
formal conversation, would you ever say to someone, this is my
No,
introduction?
no.
The same thing here.
Okay,
You don't,
Thank.
just because it's in English, you don't need to say it.
Okay, thank you so much for your correction. So I think okay.
Okay, go on.
Well, today's discussion topic is very interesting, which is about mindset. So I think Osama brother and Ashish have talked about have a very wonderful conversation on this topic, and I just want to add this thing: anger is not a solution for the mindset. Like, you have started the conversation about few questions, like how can we change our mind from negative to positive. So, well, as far as my knowledge is concerned, anger is not a solution to change our mind. I mean to say, we have to find the different possible solutions. That, okay, what can I do next? I mean to say, like, as earlier you said, if somebody don't have the food in their like fridge or refrigerator, so what what he can do, I mean to say, find the possible solutions to change.
But let me ask you a question. You said that
Yes.
anger is not a
Solution.
solution, and I agree with that. But if you're angry and you say, oh, I'm not angry, I'm happy and everything's good, are you being true to yourself?
uh Actually, I mean to say, anger is natural, is a natural, like, how can we say, is a natural habit, not by the, like, okay, I'm not hungry, internally I'm hungry, and in front of all of.
Do you know what anger is? It's not a habit. I may bring in Oussama for this. Anger
Hmm.
is not a habit. It's an emotion. It's something you feel.
Emotion, yeah, exactly, emotion. I just angry, I mean to say, if somebody is angry, so it's not on his or her hand, like, okay, I have to control this, or I have to, because this is natural emotions. So as far as my knowledge is concerned, we have to be patient in our dealings, in our I mean to say, conversation, or whatever the case is. So this is the best, I mean to say, solution. So that's why I'm saying that anger is not a solution. We have to just find out the possible solution.
Um, not you can't delete anger. If you're feeling angry, it's okay.
Yeah.
And you're saying, well, it's not a solution. If you're feeling angry, I would hope you would tell. If I said something and you felt anger about it, I would hope you would tell me. You don't have to, use words that are not nice. I mean, I was very angry when this company took $200 more than they were, over $200 more than they were supposed to. And it was the anger that got me talking to them. I mean, I didn't have that money to give them. And they knew it when I started the conversation, which made the situation even worse. I was angry this morning. Oussama, do you want to speak to the meaning of anger and emotions and why it's not bad to have them? And people, I know there's a lot of people watching. I would love you to come and join the conversation. Oussama, go on.
Well, this is a very, how to say, sensitive subject. I know that many people think that emotions cannot be controlled. I disagree. Emotions can be controlled. If it does happen, if I get angry, that's not the end of the world, of course. We're human. We get angry. We have reactions to everything. That is completely normal. I do believe that emotions can be controlled because that's simply my experience. When I started studying self-development and NLP and so forth, I realized that it is possible to control your anger, to control your resentment, to control whatever emotions that you have. Actually, it's simply the difference between successful people and normal people, if I may say, is that they have more control on themselves. They have more control on their emotions. And of course, it's not a click, it's something that you have to train. One of the ways that I can, just off my mind say on how can you start to uh, control your emotions is to ask yourself, what is the intention behind that emotion? Just like you said, for example, I got angry this morning. Um, it might help you to ask yourself, what was the intention? Because behind every emotion, or let's say a negative emotion between brackets, there is a positive intention.
Right.
And this positive intention is important to you, and this is why you got angry. Once you understand that, once you understand the intention behind the emotion, it will help you in understanding yourself more and dealing with your emotions in a better way. Yeah, I think emotions can be controlled. I know it's very controversial, but that's my belief.
Right, and you're a man, and I don't think as a man you think emotionally. You think I
Well,
really
that is a generalization.
this a little, but you think a little more logically, and women are a little more.
I don't think that's gender specific, being emotional or not.
We're going to get away from this very different opinions.
Yeah, I mean that's what I believe. That's my experience. That of course there are emotional people, can be men or women, The thing is that we all have the same hardware. You know, we all have brains, we all have hearts, we all have nerves, emotions, and thoughts. And it's, of course, as you said, that is true. It is subjective. It is different for different people. uh, what you said before also, I can comment on that. When you were talking to Ashish and saying what's right and what's wrong, that is also subjective. I think that was
Oh, every
what Hashish was trying to say, that is subjective. What you perceive as right, I can perceive as wrong. So the idea is, where do you focus on, and how do you, you said that you do meditation in order to have that um, more positive mindset. And it all, you can have different rituals. You can have meditation, you can have sport, for example. You can go run for a mile or something. You can have, you can change your diet or something. It all boils down to uh, having some kind of way, some kind of ritual, in order to be able to focus on the positive options that you have on different situations. And of course, it's not something that you do. It's not something that you do, simply like that, in one day. That is something that you need to train your mind to do, like every single day. Uh, but it's not impossible. Everybody can do it. I could do it, so everybody can do it. And that's another belief that we also believe in NLP, that if someone could do something, it means that is available to everybody else. And I'm talking about, mindset. I'm talking about ways of thinking. That if someone could do it means that anyone else can do it. It just matters, how do you think, and how can you change your thoughts? Can you change your thought patterns? And that would change your reaction to things, and that would change your habits, and it simply changes who you are.
okay. We could debate on the.
Oh, I'm quite sure we do.
I'm
I'm
not
positive.
sure I'm in the right mindset for that debate on right now. Naeem, did you hear everything Ousamma said?
Actually, initially I missed some conversation because I have a problem of VPN. You know, in China we mostly use VPN, so we mostly use VPN for like Facebook, WhatsApp, and this like Zoom app. So I just did, my VPN was disconnected, so that's why there was a little problem. So sorry for that.
Okay, my question is it legal for you to do this in China?
This is yeah, you can say like everybody is using Facebook over here. Everybody's live on Facebook, so there is no restriction. I think so. Everybody's like making videos on YouTube, and there are a lot of big documentaries. So I think there is no restriction.
Okay, I heard it was
Yeah,
illegal, but
yeah. Actually, the reason, if I am doing like wrong thing, then yeah, you can say like it's illegal everywhere, all over the world. Even we have, social media, we have some very strict restrictions on different, as you mostly said to us, there is nobody will post a link, or nobody will like violate the regulations of our page. So this is all over the world. This is not in China. Yeah.
yeah, I know that. I just have been told by other people that VPN is illegal in China, and I don't want to get into trouble. Just told how many, over 1,000 people that you're using VPN. So just wanted to make you aware of that.
Yeah,
Carla,
everybody is
you
using.
uh, just I'm interrupting. Carla, you're right because these social networking sites are not allowed in China, as we all know. So that's why
Yeah,
he's using VPN, virtual private network, and through that he's using this. So in short, it is illegal.
yeah.
Okay.
So so don't talk much about that. Just
No,
continue.
I did. That's why when he said that, I reacted. I responded.
I'm I'm not I'm not sure about this Facebook or because I came here in 2017. So from 2017, I know a lot of people, even some Chinese. They are using like Google. Even my professor is using this VPN. So there is no, I think so. There is no big problem because they always use some Google Scholar, Gmail. So all these social search engine needs a VPN. So, but whenever we talk about the whole, yeah, VPN is specifically, yeah, like some countries are using this VPN.
I
Yeah, this is
really
illegal.
need to stop this conversation about VPN. I
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, I don't mind you being here, but we should not be talking about it. And you keep on bringing it up, and it's not a good idea. Remember, I am 25 minutes away from the White House, whether I like it or not. So it was a joke that I used to say in the beginning. I'm just hoping that at the end of the show, I don't have Secret Service men knocking at my door and wondering what have I been doing. Um, it hasn't happened yet, but I don't talk about it very often because of that.
Yeah, you're right.
Someone warned me about that. He said, "Be careful. You want to be careful about that."
Yeah, just tell them it's nothing. I was just talking to Oussama, you know.
Osama bin Laden, no, really get me.
And and a couple of guys from Pakistan, you know.
Yeah, and I think they're involved with the Taliban, but I didn't want to tell you. Honor
Yep.
killings, the whole bit.
And this is the last episode from Giggle Fest University.
Giggle Fest University has been banned from the internet. No, we're not. Let's not encourage this. But anyway, back to consciousness. What do you want to say on that? Actually, we do need to move on. Do you want to say anything about consciousness?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
I mean, Nazish is sitting there like this, and then was ready to be kicked off. I don't know what Muhammad's doing, but she's getting very close to being kicked off because she keeps on showing us anything but her face. So, do you have anything else to say on the topic?
uh, I think about mindset, Carla, ma'am.
Yes, not Carla, ma'am, just Carla.
Okay. So I think mindset is the collection of thoughts, as Ashish and Oussama already said about. So it depends upon the. It's very from person to person. Like mindset, everybody have, like as you said, like we have two sides of a coin, like the positive things or and the negative things. So it depends upon the person to person. Like it varies from person to person. So as far as my knowledge is concerned about mindset, so we just keep in our minds the positive things. So earlier we talked about awareness, we talked about a lot of things, a lot of steps, like Osama brother said, like about we have to encounter the things, like we have to enlist our and enlist the things, and this is all about it. I just want to suggest, like we have to be very positive in our dealings. We have a very good mind. We have a very, like, we must have this kind of things in our daily life. This is about mindset.
Okay. Anything else before I move on to Nazish, who's in real trouble? Oh, actually, it's Muhuba. Either one, it seems to be a lot of stuff. Again, I think I want to remind you, if you find value to the show, please share it out so other people can join us. And do you have anything else to say?
Carla, you should move on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Muhuba, we're going to talk about this. I hope you're understanding it. I may need Oussama to help me. Good evening, Muhuba. Could you give us tell us who you are?
Yes, how are you, Carla? How are you, everyone?
I am fine, but no one knows who you are, so please introduce yourself.
Okay, I am Muhuba Mohammed from Somalia.
Okay, what do you do? Tell us a little about yourself.
Yes, I am a teacher.
I couldn't understand that. You need to say it again.
I am a teacher.
Okay, that doesn't tell me much. What do you teach?
I teach my mother language.
Okay, what is your mother's language? You should be able to tell me this without pulling these words out of.
My mother language is Somali language. So I teach Somali language.
What is the name of the language?
Somali language.
Can you help me, Oussama, please?
Yeah, she's saying that she teaches Somali language.
Okay, could you ask a few questions for me, please?
Sure. Hi, Muhuba.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Are you okay?
I'm fine. And you?
Great.
Yes.
So, what age do you teach? What ages do you teach? Little kids, grown-ups?
No, they are 8. They are 7 to 8 or 9.
Okay.
I think.
And do you love teaching?
Yes, I love teaching.
And what is it? Yeah, what do you love the most about teaching?
I love teaching alphabets, Somali alphabet, and history, and songs, like that.
Okay, that's nice. Are you married? Do you have kids?
Yes, one daughter.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
One daughter.
I have one daughter. Beautiful.
Yes.
How old is she?
She is 7 years old.
7. And what's her name?
Her name is Hikma.
Hikma?
What does that mean in English?
Oh, you're gonna love this.
Who's going to love this? Me or
You are.
you know what
Her- Yeah, it's an Arabic word. It means wisdom.
let her tell us?
Oh, sorry.
What does hikmah mean?
Hikma is Arabic word.
Okay,
It
that's
means wisdom.
it means what?
Wisdom.
Did you want? Can you say it again? I didn't quite catch what you were saying.
It means wisdom.
Wisdom. Has your
Yes.
daughter taught you anything?
Yes.
What had she taught you?
She told me what she watch. She's watch.
No. What had she taught you? You said she's full of wisdom. What does she teach you?
She doesn't teach me.
She doesn't. You have learned nothing from your daughter?
Yes. No.
Help Oussama.
Well, her daughter is not a teacher, so
No, but even though, if you don't learn from the children around you, you are not.
yeah, of course. No, I'm just kidding. Children are amazing teachers.
Right. So,
Mahaba,
Yes.
what Carla was saying, she meant that you must have learned something from being her mother. What did she taught you? I mean, what did you learn by being Hikma's mother?
I don't remember.
All right. So I have 2 children,
every day?
you know, and of course, they taught me a lot, you know, about myself, about life, about how to be a parent, how to be a dad, and I'm sure that your daughter taught you a lot also about life, about about motherhood, about, you know, being a mother and everything.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's what Carla was saying.
It is lot of things.
Okay.
All right. Can you think of something that you can, you know, say that she taught you?
No, I don't remember.
Oh, that's okay. So where do you live now? Is it in which city do you live in?
I live in capital city of Somalia.
Is that Mogadishu?
Yes, Mogadishu. Yes,
Yeah.
I live
Good.
in Mogadishu.
Okay. And well, were you teaching today?
Today.
Were you teaching? Did you go to work today?
Yes. No,
No, not today.
no. I was staying at home. Not today.
Okay. So, can you tell us something about mindset or consciousness? What does
Mindset.
con what
Mindset.
does that mean to you?
Mindset journey. Mindset journey is very important to me because 3 years ago I went to a countryside.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Your voice is breaking. Can you say that again?
Yeah, it is
Mindset means what to you?
mindset journey. Are you talking about mindset journey?
Yeah, you said 3 years ago you were what?
I was countryside, rural. I went to rural or countryside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my third mindset journey.
Okay. And in what way did that change your mindset?
Because I have learned about camel, goats, cows.
Yeah. So this must be an amazing experience, wasn't it?
Yes, yes. It was very experience.
So can you tell us what does consciousness means to you?
Consciousness. I don't remember that word.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yes, that's fine. Okay. Now, do you mind if I move on to Nazish because we are over time now, Muhuba?
Okay, go on. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. It's nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Thank me.
Okay.
You're breaking up, Muhuba. It's very hard to understand you today.
Yeah, internet issue. I have internet issue.
When you have a poor internet connection, it may, because it costs you a lot to come, you shouldn't waste your money when your internet connection is poor. Did you hear me?
Yes.
Just come when you have a good internet connection. This costs you too much money. Were you able to hear me, Muhuba?
No.
Muhuba, when you have a poor internet connection, don't come because it costs you too much money.
Okay.
It's not that I don't want you here. I don't want you spending money that you don't have. Okay?
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Good. It's really important. We can't hear you and you can't hear us. It's not good for you.
Okay.
Okay? Talk to you later.
Okay.
Nazish, you know what you need to do. You are unmuted. Come on.
Hi everyone, I am Nazish from Rawalpindi, Pakistan. I am a beautician.
What did I tell you can't do yesterday? You're doing the same thing, Nazish.
Yeah. Carla, I start this. So I tell.
I do not want to hear excuses. You know better and you can do better.
Yeah, I train many of girl in institute where I learn. So where I qualified in this institute, the many of girls are touch with me in WhatsApp. So I make a group for them for free of cost to learn.
Nazish, I'm not sure what you're saying. You need to be really clear. You're talking about girls and WhatsApp, and what is all this about? What are you teaching girls?
Carla, so I am telling you, so you stop me.
But I don't know what you're saying. You're not being clear. Maybe I should have Ousamma talk to you. Maybe I'm being too mean. Come on, Ousamma, maybe I'm being too mean, but I know this woman can do better than she's doing.
Yeah, of course. We all can do always better.
And
Hi, Nazish.
just so you understand, yesterday I told her that I didn't want to hear her tiny sentences. I live in Rao. It's almost like she memorized what she was going to say, and she was only going to do that. So, and she does that every day, four times a week. She needs to say something different.
Well, we need to start somewhere, don't we?
Right. So, and I'm working on it with her, but I'm asking you to help out today because I'm afraid I'm going to be wrong, and I don't want to do that.
Okay. Hello. Hi, Nazish.
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Nazish?
Yes, Nazish.
Great. Great. So, where do you live?
I live in Rawalpindi, Pakistan.
In Pakistan. Okay. So, do you have a job?
No, I run my parlor at home.
Okay.
Let me.
And what does that mean?
Yeah.
You said you run something?
Yeah, I am a beautician, so I did at home.
Okay. A beautician?
Yes.
A beautician, okay. So you work with beauty.
Yes.
All right. So
Yes.
how do you do that?
Yeah, I did trading, waxing, and facials.
Okay.
Say that
And
again, please. I'm sorry.
no, it's okay.
Can
It's
you
fine.
say that again? Because you said it so quickly, I did not completely understand.
Yes. Carla, I did threading, waxing, and facials.
And facial, so threading, you mean eyebrows, right?
Yes.
And waxing the chin or waxing what?
Carla, on arms and full body hairs.
Oh, wow. And you did something else? You did facials. How many facials did you do today?
Carla, 2 days ago, I did my friend.
Okay, what did you do today in your parlor?
Carla, I did not do today. Today I have no work.
How often do you have someone?
Sorry, Carla, repeat it again.
How often do you have someone? You said you had no one today. How often did you have somebody?
Do you have someone like once a week, 2 times a week,
Yes, in 3
3 days a week?
Yes.
Okay. That when
Depend on
Carla asked you how often, this is what it means. You know the word often. How often?
no, I didn't.
Yeah, this is what it means. It means like how many times in a week, for some, or
Oh.
for example.
It's depend on work when the ladies come, so I start, and whenever they are not, so I am with my I busy with my kids.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. And do you like what you do?
Yes, I am.
Great. That is very important to
Current
love
job.
what you do.
Yes.
It's absolutely essential. Nazish, how's your mom?
Mom is not well.
Okay, so she isn't getting any better, right?
Little bit. Girl.
Okay, is she still in the hospital?
Yes.
Okay, will she be coming to your house when she comes home?
No, Carla. When she is before admit, she is stay at my home. But when she back to her home, she began. She admit in hospital.
Okay,
She's yeah. When she maybe she inshallah when she backs she stay with my brother home
okay.
in my brother.
Do you know when she'll be leaving the hospital?
Uh, I don't know, Carla.
Okay, that was my question. Did you go visit her today?
Yes.
Did she recognize you?
Yes.
That's good. That's a very good sign. Did you take her food?
Little bit, Carla, not so. Little bit.
No, did you take food to her?
Yes,
What did you take her?
I, Carla, I, how I pronounce, I make him for puddings with milks.
Like rice pudding?
Yes, rice pudding.
Did you take any bread to her?
No, Carla, she didn't like breads or anything.
Bread? Yeah, I agree, Ashish. How, but Nazish, how can I help you? Because I know that sometimes I'm a little hard on you, and
No, Carla, it's okay. It's okay.
are you?
But my Carla, my mind is divided at other portion because my mother is in hospital, so my mind is there all time. So that's why I am not doing well. Uh,
To be honest with you, in some ways, you are doing much better today. You admitted that you had no idea of what the word often means. See, Nazish, let's hope you understand me. I may need Ousamma for this, or Ashish. When you do not understand, you need to let us know. Don't pretend you understand if you don't understand. That does not help you. Does that, what did I just tell you, Ashish? Ashish. Nazi, you know who I'm talking to. What did I just tell you? I want you to repeat it to me.
Carla, you said me that when you don't understand what you are asking me, you should question me again that you did not understand. Carla, repeat it again.
And that not only goes for you, that includes Muhuba, it includes Ashish, it includes Naeem, it includes me sometimes, it includes Ousamma. When you don't understand something, you need to tell that person that, okay?
Okay.
It's very, very important. Okay, I'm not picking on you. It may seem like I am, but I really am not.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have anything to say about mindset? Because we really need to end the show. You can say no. You understand what we mean by mindset.
Yeah, Carla, I just I little bit understand that I tell you that when Nazir is decided to go abroad, then I feel very uncomfortable here. So I begin to start weeping all the time, and how I manage home and kids. So it is very hard to me when I make mindset that everything I will do alone. And so today I am able to did this when I decide that I do this alone. Everything like buy the things and deal everyone family and every things Carla which in life um, so Carla
I think she just said something very, very important. Don't you agree, Oussama?
Absolutely.
Very, very good job. Yay! I know that was hard for you, Nazish, but that's what I want to get from you all the time. You can do it. You really can. You need to stop saying I cannot do it. That drives me crazy, Nazish. If you could not do it, I would not have you do it. Maybe Oussama can say it and it'll get through to you. But you just did really, really well.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you just told us, an amazing example of, changing mindset. You have. I'm very sorry to hear about your mother. I didn't know she was in the hospital. Having all these circumstances around you normally should, give you a very negative mindset, but you overcome that. You change your mindset to a positive one, and this is exactly what we were, talking about.
Right.
So Carla was saying that she know that you can do better all the time, and she sees that, you know, that potential in you. She knows that you can do it, and this is why she sometimes pushes you to do it.
Yes, I know.
But you know, it's all in good intention. So you know, she knows that you can do better, and this is why sometimes she tells you to, well, yes, you can.
And that,
Thank
and Nazish, that's why I push you.
Yeah, Carla.
You doing less than what you can do. I refuse to do that. You have too much going for you. Don't underrate yourself. Raise yourself up by believing you can do it. I mean, I think it's sad that you and Nazir are separated for the work situation right now. I know that's hard. But you know what? You can do it. And the stronger you become, the better you're going to do. Trust me, okay? Did I say that nicely? I hope so. Because I'm not going to let up on her. Ashish, you had some very definite thoughts about it. I will let you speak for 1 minute on it, and then I'm going to shut you up. Please don't go a long time, but you may speak about it. I'm reading your messages.
Yeah, definitely. And this is, I mean, the crux of this whole show is that Nazish today, we talked it privately, but it is case of all of us that if we don't know anything, we need to admit it. There's nothing wrong about that. And I personally feel every time I say like, Carla, come on, catch me by my collar and correct me if I go wrong. Every time I enjoy it. So those, all the people who are watching us, this is the beauty of this show and beauty of your life. You admit that you have something where you are lagging and you need to I mean, you have a scope of improvement there. So there's nothing wrong in it. We all are not perfect at a time. So
I know.
this is what I want. Yeah.
Thank you. How are you feeling now, Nazish? You should feel really good about yourself.
Yeah, I feel good, Carla.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear from you.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you so much.
Anyone else want to say anything to Nazish before we close? You did so well, Nazish. I am so proud of you today.
Thank you, Carla.
But you know, because you did so well, I don't expect you to do any less any other day. I expect this every day. Okay. Okay, guys, it's been a long show, which I didn't expect to have. But I want to thank everyone who came and spoke and everyone who listened, and remind you that we are sponsored by the Institute of Peace, which is an online organization creating peace throughout the world, one conversation at a time. And even though you may not feel like talking, or you may be a little afraid of talking, this is where you come and talk. And that's how you grow your confidence, by coming and speaking. Nazish did it, Muhuba did it. Hey, every time I come, I am scared too. I don't know if I'm going to say the right or the wrong thing. I never know. But it's only by doing we can get past our fear. And with that,
Carla, before you close this, I'll take few seconds of yours and Ousamma. How do you see the learning process of a language? Is it learning the rules plus adopting the sentences and words, or only the learning the rules and the associated things? What is the right approach?
I would quickly say there is no right approach.
yes,
Whatever works. Children speak the language and then learn the grammar. If you want to take that approach, if it works for you, go ahead. If other approaches work for you, doesn't matter. Do whatever works.
let me answer that or piggyback on that, which means I'm going to add more to it. And I'm going to start with how this show started. Rayhan and I had just sort of met and began talking, and he said, Carla, let's get your name out there. How would you like to speak to people in English? And I said, what? I literally did. What are you talking about, buddy? And he said, well, there are people who don't speak English who would like to speak English, and they don't know where to start. Are you willing to talk to them? And I thought, okay, I could try. And he said, I even have a first student, one of my employees, and we'll do it on Be Live. Can't hurt, I'll try it. And first show, we had many new people come in and watch. We still do. And I said to Rayhan, what's the purpose of this? I don't understand him, and it's pretty clear he doesn't understand me. But we're talking a little. It's getting done. Then yeah, it's getting done, and people are beginning to learn. And I said, but I'm not an English teacher, and I teach other things. He said, I remember clearly saying to me, Carla, do you speak English? Yeah, you're talking to me in English. What do you mean? And he said, when children learn a language, do they read and write first? And this was a big thing that I had in my schooling. And I said, no, they start with speaking. And then from speaking, you learn to read. And in third grade, after several years of school, in third grade, you begin to learn to write. And he said, that's all you need to do. You just need to speak with them. So there is no, in my case and in my thinking, I would tell people, forget about the grammar, forget about writing. Believe me, I get messages that I have to interpret. Sometimes I have to ask questions to make sure I know what they're saying. But it starts with speaking. And you need that confidence. And that's the value of this show. And it took me a long time for me to understand that and realize that. But it was something that I needed to learn. And when I learned it, I began to grow. And I began to like doing the show. I wasn't, I said, okay, I'll do it for 2 weeks. By the end of 2 weeks, my Be Live, free Be Live had stopped. And he said, I said, what are we going to do? We have all these people watching and blah, blah, blah. He said, okay, do it on Facebook Live. And we tried it I tried it twice and it really wasn't working. I said, no, I have Zoom. Let me do it in Zoom. And he said, how's that going to work? You have all these people to talk to at one time. Right, and I'll find out, I'll do the research and we'll do it. And we started on Zoom and the show has been going on for over 2 years now, daily. So yes, at some point you need to learn grammar, but who cares really? The only thing that'll drive me nuts is when Nazish calls me a he or calls me an it, because I'm not an it and I'm not a he, and that's one thing I want, not only Nazish, anyone. Or someone will write to me and say, Carla, sir. And I'll say, what? I'm not a sir, But, most people who write to me, maybe it's because I'm really bad. I don't always answer messages from people I don't know, or I haven't made a friend, so I don't always answer those messages. So please, people, please don't do that. I will probably ignore it, but because I get too many, I just can't. And that's why I always come to the because it's really the only way to learn the language. Does that make sense, or am I too mean? That's fine. Did it answer your question?
Very much.
Okay. Can I go back to closing the show?
Yeah, please go.
Please, I need to. Anyway, I was closing the show and I was thanking people for coming and to me and people who just watched and were a little afraid to come in. Hopefully you'll get the courage and come. This is a place where you can come and speak and make all kinds of mistakes, and I care less, except if you call me an it or a he. That I may correct right away. But come to the show. Listening is important, but speaking is what you need to do also. And with that, today is Thursday, I believe. I think I said that before. Tomorrow is supposedly the ladies' show. I am not very clear. I am going to go live in the ladies' group a little later today. I don't know if it'll be happening or not happening because the ladies aren't coming anyway. You can come to the show. One or two ladies being there, it's not what I'm doing all the time, every Friday. I need a break from this, and I have all these other things going on with my shows now too. So I will definitely be back Sunday for people under 20. Please, if you're over 20, don't come on Sunday. I only have to kick you out anyway. I may invite Ashish if Pamela can't come, but basically, I don't want you there. And Monday and Thursday, you can come if you're a boy, girl, man, woman, 0 years old or 100 years old. I don't care. And I will be back 9:30 p.m. for everyone on Sunday. And all this on Monday, and all the shows are free of charge. They're for you guys. They're for you, not for me. And with that, we're going to wave goodbye. I'm going to do a quick wave. Everyone else is going to wave. And we're going to laugh ourselves out because it's Giggle Fest University. And I'll see you on Monday if you're over 20. I'll see you on Sunday if you're younger than 20.